Hey, this is Rick with Shooter 1721 with the FX Maverick VP model. You're like, Rick, you already did a Maverick video. I sure did, but I didn't do the VP. And I wanted to go over some of that and show that the VP model with the 400cc aluminum tank and the 600 millimeter barrel, this is a 30 cal. So we have it in 30, but that's it. That's your difference right there, is your tank and your barrel coming in at that price point at $1,400. And it has all the features, the 20 MOA and Weaver pick rail on top. You have that. You have your power adjuster right back here, so that's all the same. You have both dual amp regulators, that's the same. So basically what you're looking at here, there's not much difference, but at the price point of $1,400, you want to be able to get the power for hunting with an air gun. This has the power, and what we're doing today, this being the 30 cal model, is we jacked it up. So we set the reg at about probably 53 in the rear and probably 170 something in the front. I don't know the actual numbers. I have them written down over there. I'll let you know in the video. And we got this shooting about 960 feet per second with a 600 millimeter barrel. And what we want to do is show you the accuracy at 50 and 100 today. So we're going to show you those two different distances. And then who knows, we'll throw in some bonus stuff. Who knows what else we'll have. But we're always having fun, definitely shooting FX air guns. This gun, you know, when you're holding this, you're kind of like, man, 7.5 pounds. This thing's only like, you know, even with the 600 millimeter, it's probably 32 inches. You know, that's not really that big. So, but that's enough talking about this. Let's get over that bench and start shooting this. Whoa! Okay, here we are at the bench. We're ready for our 50-yard test. You're like, what do you got hanging off your gun? Well, when you get your JSB and your FX pellets and stuff, I mean, they have tape on the ends there. Sometimes, if you want, you can see what the muzzle is, the wind at the muzzle. You can see we're dealing with a 1 to 2 right now at the muzzle. So sometimes I throw that tape on there. It's just a shooting tip, and it's something that's inexpensive. It's sitting here anyway. So I'll take that off there. Gives me a good idea. Plus, it shows everybody at home what we're dealing with. All right, let's shoot 5 shots with the 44.75s. All right. It is nice and cold in PA. Now this gun, since it's a VP model, you see we have no moderator on there. I'm showing you completely standard the way it is. Power setup that I'm setting with today, on the front reg, we're at about 180. On the rear reg back here, we're at 153. So, and she's shooting 44.75s at 960, somewhere around there. But the way the weather is, hopefully it warms up here a little bit. So I'm showing you a 600 millimeter at 50 yards. Let's see how she does at 960. That's barking pretty good, and we'll see what we get. This is for power. This is all about power right here out of a 600 millimeter standard VP model. All right. Four in one hole, one just outside the hole. When I say in one hole, that's one hole down there. The reason I'm doing this video is I wanted to show the VP model, just standard, you know, $1,400, and just wanted to show it the way it is. No moderator on the end, affecting accuracy, show you a little bit of the wind. We are running the Element First Focal Plane Helix. Wow, really love the scope. Just under 500 bucks. This is just under $1,400. But there you go at 50 yards. When I say one hole, that kind of upsets me that one's just on the outside of there. Of course, it's under a half-inch group. Okay, well, I just shot 5 shots at 960 with the 44.75 FX. Now take a look. We got the hybrids here in a 600 millimeter. This is a VP model, like we said. I'm going to shoot these. I have no idea. We'll see how it does. And they're shooting about 955, so they're not shooting much different. They're about the same. I think they're the exact same weight. 44, yeah, 44.5. Doggone close. So I'm going to shoot at the upper right of the target we just shot and just see what happens here. And shooting at that speed at 600 millimeter, I have no idea what to expect. So let's see what we get here. I do love this scope though. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I have no idea what to expect there, so let's go. All right. You're watching actual shooting here. High, they're really cranking, so we are gonna, I dialed that back just a little bit and I'm gonna shoot 5 here. So those first two to see where she was hitting. So it is what it is. All right, you can crank back a little more. All right, I'm gonna shoot at the lower right since I shot at the upper right. I'll shoot at the lower right now. Well, I drilled it pretty good. And you know what? You know, this is real shooting here. We just shot the first two at the upper target and saw that it was hitting way high, and I didn't adjust or anything. I just put them in to see if there was a change from the hybrids in the 600 millimeter from the pellets. So I figured just show you it is what it is. I just want to show you real time what I did there. And that group down there is probably about might be 5/8 to 3/4 shooting at that speed. So that's pretty interesting. I like doing things just the way the gun, you know, I have it set up, and for power, just to see how it would react at 50 yards. So that's pretty good with the hybrids, especially with the 600 millimeter. I know how the 700 does. I really don't shoot the 600 that much, but just getting the base model gun the way it is, that's some pretty accurate shooting there. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Man, it is cool out here this morning. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's cool. So we're gonna take some shots at 100 and see what we get here. And we'll pull our wind flag up here a little bit for you. See what we got. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it tells me what we got going on there. So we'll set it there, and I'll watch it out of my peripheral. Yeah, I can see the movement now. Wow. Exactly what we saw at 100. We're seeing the movement. All right. Okay. Whew. Shooting really good at 100. All right, we got 2 more though. I'm going to talk too soon. All right, you see the flag go down now? Let's see if on camera. Let's see if this one drifts, comes back to center mass. All right, look like the wind died here at the muzzle. There it is. Isn't that interesting? Now, don't think that I couldn't have shot and compensated and put that, you know, exactly in the holes of the other one. What I wanted to show is that wind flag went, our tape went flat. So you can see exactly what happened. I actually called it exactly how it was going to happen. And now we see that it's moving just a little bit. All right, so we got our last shot here. We got 3 touching. 1 went to center, just like we said. Now it went dead center there. So let's see, it's stopping there. Let's see how we do here. Now it's moving. Right on. Well, that was pretty impressive, and now you can see that the wind is totally dead still here at the muzzle. And you can see how that was totally, how the wind impacted those rounds. Because the reason I say that is 3 of them are touching. Okay, so we got 3 touching, and then when the wind died, it went to dead center. I mean, that is dead center at 100 yards. That's pretty good. VP model, 600 millimeter, 100-yard shooting, excellent. Excellent. I mean, you can hunt with this gun all day. And at 960 feet per second, it's putting a hammer down. That's plenty of foot-pounds of energy. Well, you saw back when I was sitting at the bench and I made those little bit of wind calls. So my aim point with no wind was center mass bullseye, period. But when we started, here's the first 3. And the reason I left that tape on the end of the muzzle is just to show you guys what 1 to 2 mile an hour wind, 600 millimeter, 960 feet per second, 44.75. Look at the drift. It did exactly the way the tape was showing at the muzzle. It wasn't down here. We know that's different, guys. We know that. But it did give me information at the muzzle, and that's important. Here's your drift here. Boom, 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 boom. And as soon as the wind let up, I pulled the trigger, I called it and said where it would go, and then you saw that the wind died down on the other one. Boom, there it went. Went right to center mass. These are just little shooting tips, stuff that I do. Stuff that, over the years of shooting and stuff, you figure out, and you're like, okay, you can put that piece of tape down here too. It comes with your pellets. You can stick it down here and down at your muzzle if you really wanted to, and then watch the movement of it and see how much, because a lot of you watch my videos and you're like, I didn't see any wind blowing, the guy blames it on the wind. Listen, I'm not going to make this stuff up. When we do this stuff, it's for real, man. When I post that out there and we put the videos, if there's wind, there's wind. If there's not, there's not, I'll tell you. But we just wanted to show you in a video how a little bit of 1 to 2 mile an hour wind impacted these rounds. And if these 3 are touching, that tells you the gun, that was the consistent wind. They're touching. And then as soon as the wind let off, boom, center mass. Just a little thing I wanted to point out there, because I know there's a lot of talk and a lot of people ask all the time about it. Well, here it is. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, well, here we are at the chronograph test. We're not going to get a ton of shots since I tricked her out for power. I don't know how many we'll get. We'll wait until we know that she's going down off the reg and stuff, and we'll see what the 44.75s. Now, this morning, I think it was 19 degrees. It's warming up a little bit. Ryan said it might be 30, but I don't know what we'll see. This gun's been out in the cold for at least 3 hours now. So we're just going to shoot this, and let's get this set up there. All right. I'll keep it right there and try and do this. So we'll see where she comes in at. Yep, about what I said, 960, so we're close. See, I pulled a little bit quicker on that one. I was wondering how the 89cc plenum would do. Like I said, it's been out in the cold for 3 hours, so there you go. Did you see what happened there? I pulled that. I did torture test this the other day, but it was only 30. It wasn't 19. So it was 30 degrees when I was doing torture tests for 2 hours. Now it's 3.5 hours actually. And I wanted to see how the plenum recovered in the cold, so yeah, you can hear the plenum coming back up. In regular weather, it's not. We're talking 50, 60 degrees, or 50 and above. Nothing going on. See, that one was quick. Okay, that should be 13 shots there. Oh. Shot the 2x4. Yeah, you can see, you can hear the bark this has without a moderator. It has a lot of bark, 600. Yeah. Yeah, you see that? You let that plenum go. It is cold. Yeah. It's still, I can still hear it. There we go. Yep. When that totally fills and you can hear that stop, yeah. Yep. Ryan, I think this being cold like that, I think that's what you're seeing. Now, VP model is 400 cc's, okay guys? 400 cc's, it's not the 580 bottle. All right, and this is tricked out for power, so that's what we're gonna see the shot count. The Maverick does have a great shot count, but we gotta put the air tank on it and stuff, the 580, so. And the Maverick being able to dial this back and change your settings and stuff, you can dial it back in this one to 2. And when I go back to 2, I'm shooting probably 885. And 885 is a nice for that 44.75. That's a beautiful speed out of the 600. But you saw, at this speed, the accuracy at 50 and 100. So, and yes, I am shaking. It's cold. Yeah, if you let that plenum go back, like you said here a little bit, but like I said, it is. There we go. I figured we were going to see about 26 shots where we start to come down now. Yeah, there's 26. And you can see where we came down to. I'll give it 4 more, guys, and see if it drops under 900. I know that's not a big deal, but it's showing what power setting, what's happening now. And we probably are down. Yeah, we're right now we're right just right at 150. So that's exactly correct. So there's 4 more. And if she drops the whole way down, then we know. But like I said, we set it up for power, 400 cc's. And let's see how she does down there. That's not bad. Yep, there it is. Okay. So really, I'm just going to stop there. So we got like 27 on this. The way this gun's set up, so... Now remember, this gun's set up for power. Don't think it came stock like that. It did not. So we set the VP up for power with the 400 cc, 600 millimeter. Yeah. So there's our chronograph numbers to show you what we were doing at 150 and why you saw the accuracy that you did. But you can take that speed up with a 600 with the base model. All right, let's do some final thoughts. Okay, here we are with some final thoughts, and I was looking at Ryan and I said, man, I can't wait to put the 700 millimeter barrel on here. But we wanted to show the VP model the way it comes from FX at $1,400. So here's the 600. We put the 700 on, and we want to see what the speed might be. I'm going to just shoot 5 shots here at final thoughts and see how she does at you know what, I zeroed this for 100 though, but I'll cut it back. I should be in the ballpark right there. All right, let's shoot 5 shots just for fun here at the final thoughts. You know, that's what I love about the FX air guns. Oh, let me just go ahead and grab the 700mm barrel and slap it on here and see what she's shooting here. All right. Wow, 990. All right. Let's see what we get here. It is cold. Yeah. Even at that speed, you know, if it wasn't cold, I'm pretty sure she'd break 1,000. But that's one hole down there. We'll take a picture of it and show you in the video. But that is one hole. Of course, I didn't zero it. It was just for fun here at the final thoughts. Well, if you're interested in getting yourself something that has extreme accuracy and for hunting, the FX Maverick VP is an awesome gun. Like I said, you can take the tank and you can upgrade it to your 580cc from your 400cc. You can change the barrel. It's really quick. Heck, 2 Allen wrenches, boom, change the barrel. And we just did that just to see how fast we really had it going. And I have a feeling, like I said, if it was warmer, we'd be breaking 1,000 feet per second. But I looked down there at 50 yards. There's just one hole there. So that's pretty impressive. Overall, you know, we reviewed the Maverick 25, and you know, that was a 700 sniper, and that was just outstanding, you know, superior accuracy. But the VP is right in there. I mean, the VP model, I don't know, that shot pretty good at 100, even with the wing calls and everything that we saw. Man, what an awesome gun. Ton of fun to shoot. I'm just smiling. I have a good time with this gun. I mean, that's just awesome to change the bolt, the calibers to whatever you want. And now you got the dual regs and adjust your power and do whatever, you know, whatever setting. It just opens the door to so many things. I just love it. You know what? This is Rick with Shooter 1721. About to go get warm. Thanks for watching.